Last time on
Danganronpa.
Monokuma secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I've never practiced it. You said you were the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work?
So...
I don't remember. That's a long time. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. Being a detective was considered a secret to me. It was always seemed that way. Even among actual detectives, people have heard of us. That's why we maintain a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Wow. Because like I said, that's just a pride. We look into that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I have to reveal myself in the screen. It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah, that's when you no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You got so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There's something I want to say to him, though.
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. One thing I can never forget. Really? So I need everyone to help look at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of this shadow. That's why I have to find him until we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. Let's ask monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation of the girl's death. The moment when the mastermind was taken, there was... You didn't talk to monokuma. If you execute Makoto, that means you. Not that that matters to you, right? But of course you chose my dragon and executed, right? Then in response to that unexpected development, he reacted by seeing Makoto the Black and trying to execute him. Alter ego! I never imagined the possibility of being that to come to our aid. Even after you killed it.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
It's
To do
true.
Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, we follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Thank you! Let's have one final grisly showdown! But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Escaping the killer is barely a fitting end. So this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. All their rules and regulations is designed to encourage that. And so those of us who represent hope to kill each other in despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that. Just try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. And suddenly we were greeted with... You again? I can't say anything. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Geez, what the heck?
However...
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
Hi, boobs. Hi, crazy chick. Hi, freaked out to hell. And hi, dick butt. I don't miss any of you.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks! It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog! Get away! Shoot! Shoot! And in a flash, my tears dried up. I realized how much I hated my friends, except for Kyoko.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? It's okay that you're here. What the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what we have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other
We're
words...
going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it like I keep telling you, you psychopath.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I
What
see.
she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all a elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it, unlike any of you.
However...
The decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you
spotted
say?
The trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just, of course, everything's complex to him.
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't a Blackened, is a clear violation of the school rules. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. Use the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you. I
Naturally.
recall what you said at the end of the last trial. You said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be
Hey, I'm
mean.
totally in the dark here! Your brain is dim. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we had to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But...
We've been looking all around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
Probably guessed already. If we lose this time, everybody dies. Everyone? Everyone? What a yell.
I hate
Hey,
you!
who said you agreed to those terms talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with my master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway...
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In
Interesting.
other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But...
To figure out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall friggin' order! Maybe, but this time the trial is different. You know who our enemy is now. Yeah. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we can solve all those mysteries. And resolve. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know. Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in host since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in
If
other
the mastermind
words,
really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to have set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro. There's no way he could disguise a scene like that.
in other
According
words,
to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. But then the mastermind is... There are 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have been one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. But wait, you can't say that's for sure yet. Akuma just said that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's the only possibility, but only one among many. Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're ultimate, right? Ultimate despair. So he must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. If one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
He snuck off and controlled him in secret. I
but
don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times. And maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded out the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Fuck the bear show!
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's
Time
fine.
for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But, I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name
At this
of my
point, I can
family.
rely on only myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Yeah, Master! He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
You blame him? You're fucking nuts! Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless! So bye. That Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone! And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me!
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself, too.
just a
Wait,
second.
how come?
How about
Just wait and see! I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity! Laughing loudly, Hero left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
because
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. But you saved my skin a few times. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto, remember the first trial? That's really nice of you to say.
But
Still, I know I've been mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something to help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. You know what's in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. You know, they say strength in numbers, but we got divide and conquer, right? So you go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean, divide and conquer, like I just said. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us really have to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right!
So then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. No hug and kiss first?
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Kodo, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. Bye, Kyoko. I'll see you soon. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. And now it's the final investigation. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. That includes the following: the headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before, that should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, add to the True Bold section of your handbook. But this is it, the final trial. It's time to search the school, find all the secrets, and figure this out. But we also got some coins to find! We gotta go coin hunting across the universe. Gotta find some more coins to stock up on things. But this trial is gonna be the big one. At this point, I'm getting the coin list up, making sure it's all correct and everything. Alright, there we go. Yeah, one of the knives is still missing because it's jammed in Sayaka's chest. It all began with Sayaka's case. 3 coins for us. There's a lot of places to check. Anywhere in the school could be holding a Monokuma coin. And then... so many places, so little time. So yeah, we're gonna give the school a proper send-off. We're gonna search everywhere, basically. This is where the coins could be. We're searching the school slowly. The only place we aren't going is into our room, actually, because there is no coins in there. You know, Makoto can use a shower. Why don't we just take one right now, Makoto? Take a quick shower in the bathroom, get cleaned up. Because, you know. Get in there! Get yourself nice and wet. You know, because you kind of need it. You kind of... No, don't go in there. You're going to stink even more. You're going to exacerbate the smell. What are you doing? Oh, wait. We're coin hunting. That's right. Because there was one in the sauna. Which feels like the room right now. The dungeon got a little toasty. And yeah, he feels like he's slowly losing his mind. I feel like I've lost it a mile back. You know, you pronounce Thursday like Tharsday. That'd be kind of funny. Makoto, come back to Earth. Thank you. Coins get. We're just short of 600 now. Yeah, if I'm right, this should be going up June 1st. We're gonna leave the bathhouse. I mean, it's a warm day, probably, unless it rained. So all you guys are doing well. This locker is where I first found alter ego, which ended up saving my life. I swear I will solve the mystery of this school for the sake of all my friends that died. Our next stop will be the laundry room in a second. But yeah, any of the 16 students could be the murderer. Oh, geez, this is gonna be fun, right? I have a feeling the coins are up here. You know, all this time this swimsuit's been here, I never found whose it was. Let's see. Oh, it has Hero's name written on it. I've been lied to it in so many ways! Hold on. It might not be the hero you're thinking, Mr. Naegi. It might be Celeste. Don't forget, her name was also Teiko Yasuhiro. So, it might not be him. It might be her. Which means her crotch would be something you want to smell, probably. If you're into that sort of thing. If I try to save a load of dorms, which means I have to do it! I mean, it could be hers. Then it could be Hagakure. This is the second floor of the dorms? It's like some ancient ruins. Oh no. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Man, this place got ruined. I mean, look at this stuff. I mean, you got walls broken. You can tell on the map there's a whole inaccessible section. This place just got wrecked. I mean, look at this. Doors are wrecked. You can't even get in them. You're only getting really... It's a disaster zone. It's really the only door we can go in. Dang. Even this room, look at it. That's completely torn apart. That's even sad. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. This got coins, and this is where the faculty stayed? Well, they didn't have any special accommodations, it looks like, unless this is another student room. You can't really tell. Opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Man! Sounds like we got lucky where we were staying. I mean, look at this! The whole place got wrecked! It looks like a crime scene just looking at it. I mean, look at this place! Man, I'm surprised there's no bodies. Here's the bathrooms. Are they even in good shape? Can we even check the women's restroom? Nope. Even in a place like this, we can't go in. Let's try the boys' room instead. At least the boys' room survived! You can still take a shit and shower. Well, maybe not shower. At least you can still poo. That's an interesting room. Let's look inside. This room is filled with lockers. It must be for the home-speak students who came before us. Ooh. The last 4 hours must have used these lockers. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. Really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Coins for us. Coins for everyone. Coins for the woman who lives down the lane. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Well, let's try this one. I wonder if I can open up this locker. Nope. Nope. Locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. You guys handbook ran across the card reader and then? No luck. The only locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. That's the same with all these lockers. And there's so many lockers! Yeah, it's gonna be the same dialogue a lot. But yeah. Makes you wonder whose lockers they are. But oh man, this place got wrecked. Phew. Makes you wonder even more what the heck happened, right? I wonder if this is related to the tragedy. I mean, look at this. Everything got destroyed. There's only very few lockers left alive. Got graffiti on a lot of the doors. I'm just gonna leave this room because we don't have a way to open any lockers at the moment, it looks like. But we might come back here. And it makes sense that we'll open the lockers, right? And you got walls like that. It's a disaster zone. This door looks a little different. This must be special. Let's go in. Nice place. Really nice place. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Oh, is it that little door back there? This one? Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something? Or is it a secret door?
So...
There's a gap here. But not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
It's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick. Yes. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All he knows is probably made up of letters and or numbers, and we really can't go from there. You're right, that's not really enough to go on.
It's
I
true.
looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I've learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this, I got an idea what it might be. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. PC still has some search results left on it. So we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
It's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair. Oh boy.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
I guess that's the best you could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The Ultimate Despair has been added to the Truthful section of your handbook. I think Kyoko would like us more, Detective. Jeez! So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think I can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password, which I bet is going to be her name. If Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. Oh wait, there might be a chance. Password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. Like the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Oh, okay. I mean, you think the guy loved his daughter, right? He does his own to a computer. Must have belonged to the headmaster. I mean, it would make sense in theory. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay! In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. I was right, he still had feelings for his daughter. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! I'm not surprised, look.
why?
Why? Kyoko? Do you remember Chapter 4? Do you remember Chapter 4 at all? Well, look at me, she disappeared in the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko? What an episode, huh? Can you wait for the next one to happen? A little thought I had right before what the password could be is because... Remember what Kyoko said to Byakuya in Chapter 4, that humans are kind of unpredictable with their emotions and all? Yeah, that kind of struck me as something that would happen with Kyoko and her father a little bit. But still, to have your father be the headmaster? That's something. And also, how she mentioned that she was left with her grandfather. There is a light novel series, Danganronpa Kirigiri, which actually has her as the main character and brings up her grandfather, and something called the Detective Library. Her grandfather is known as 000 in the library, which is actually the best rank you can have. Hers, if I remember correctly, is 999. I could be wrong. In fact, I'll have it popped up if I had the number wrong or right. But yeah. As they get better, their number goes up. Well, it goes towards 0. But that's not just it. If you are... It has a whole, set. I mean, I'll probably go over it in more detail next episode. But just note the last number, if that's a 0, you're best in that field. If you have your second number 0, you're best in that whole section of of the setup. Like Kyoko, I believe, is murder, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure. But whatever her section is, it goes deeper than that. Having 1 0 is pretty good. Having 2 is astounding. If you're 000, you're one of the best detectives out there. That means you're any category. If I remember correctly, that's why I read it as. So it could be a little wrong in details, so I'll go over this next episode a little bit, so we can go into that a little bit more, and I can have my facts a little more straight. I'm getting the episode here. It's hot. I called it right in the episode that it was going to be a broiler today. I'm actually melting more than I was when I recorded the episode, so I hope you have fun. I'll see you on the next one where we continue the search. See you then.